Yes, so welcome to today's class. Today I have prepared for you that is a linear algebra 1. Specifically, I want us to discuss something concerning how to get determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix. I have an essential method that I want to show you today that will enable you to get determinant of whichever 3 by 3 matrix you will be provided with. Now here I have a matrix like that is a 2 3 4 1 1 neg 1 as well as 4 neg 1 2. So the moment you see these two signs, the two lines, that one just means that you are supposed to get the determinant of that matrix. So you sometimes, like here, you've not been told to find the determinant of this matrix. You've just been told to find the content within the two lines. So the two lines just mean getting the determinant of the provided matrix. Now let us look at the solution here. So I have a solution here. So under solution here, the method I have with you here is all about repeated order method. This is the method I want to show you today. Now, how does a repeated order method works? So repeated order method works in this manner. You are required to write the matrix the way it is, then you just repeat it. So I'll come here and write the matrix the way it is. So the matrix is 2 3, that is 4 1 1 neg 1 as well as 4 neg 1 2. Then I've said you repeat it. So where should I repeat it? Don't repeat it down here. You just join it continuously. So I'll come here and join it. So it is just 2 3 4 1 1 neg 1 as well as 4 neg 1 2. Now after that, you are now supposed now to use your ruler or whichever equipment that will enable you to be accurate. You are required to make a first, second and third diagonal. Now how can I make the first diagonal? The first diagonal, this is how you will make it. With you can use your ruler. So in case you are using your ruler, just take your ruler, stand at the first value on the matrix before repeating. So the first value here is 2. So just go to where 2 is and make a diagonal onto it. So when I make a diagonal from 2, my diagonal should look like that. Yes, so then you make it more visible because we want to ensure that you see it very well. So I'll make it more visible. Yes, now as you can see, that's my first diagonal. So I'll come here and write first diagonal there. Hope we are together. Then after that, just move to the second value. The second value here is 3. So I'll stand at 3, then I make the second diagonal there. So I'll come at 3, I make the second diagonal there. You can see. Now after that, I write there second diagonal. Yes. Now after that, just move to the third value, because I've told you that I want to make the first, second as well as the third diagonal. So I'll come at the third value, then I make the diagonal there and name it as the third diagonal. Now friends, after that you are supposed now to move to the third diagonal, then you make another third diagonal to share the same value as the first third diagonal. You remember? So the third diagonal on the first the diagonals we are making, that is first, second, third. So you see the first value was 4. Now you are required to just stand at 4, then you make the diagonal. Now instead of us making diagonal going that way, we shall now make diagonals moving in this manner. Hope you are together. So when you stand there, you shall just come and make a diagonal that way. You can see that. So I'll come here and write third. That is my third diagonal. Now after that, I'll just come and make my second diagonal. Now how can I make my second diagonal? So I'll come to the after value 4, I move to value 2. So I'll just come to value 2 there, then I make diagonal. I've told you my diagonals move this way, so I'll come to value 2 there, then I make my diagonal, then you name it as second, name it as second diagonal there. And lastly, because they must be 3 diagonal, first, second and third diagonal, move to the next value. The next value is 3. Just stand at 3, then make a diagonal. So when I stand at 3, I'll make a diagonal that way. Now after that, it will be first, now the first diagonal. Now what are we supposed to be doing now? You are required to begin from first, second and third diagonal. You multiply the first diagonal, the values on the first diagonal, add it to the values of the second diagonal, then you add the result to the values on the third diagonal. So you just when you are within a diagonal, you multiply, but in between the one diagonal to the other, you add. That is it. Then after getting the first, second, third diagonal, you will come to this other side, first, second and third diagonal. Then on the first diagonal, just multiply the result. You add to the multiplication of the second diagonal, then the result you add to the multiplication of the third diagonal. Then after obtaining, that is the addition of first, second, third diagonal on this side, and remember you had already gotten the first, second and third diagonal here. What you do, you just get the difference, and you shall have just done. So just take this one minus the result here. You shall have gotten that is the determinant, and that is it. So let us go. So for the first, second and third diagonal, I'll just come here and say, now how can I work out the first, second and third diagonal? So I'll come here and say, now determinant is equals to, now first diagonal is 2, 1 and 2, and I've told you that you are multiplying. So I'll come here and say 2 by 1 by 2. That is it. So I'll come here and say 2 by 1 by 2. Then after that, you'll move to the second diagonal, multiply. So it is 3 by -1 by 4. So I add to 3 by -1 by 4. Remember? After that, you move to the third diagonal here. It is 4, 1 and -1. So it will be 4 by 1 by -1. So I add to 4, that is by 1 by -1. Now friends, after that, put a big bracket there to separate the first, third, second and third diagonal this side with the other one. Now the sign here should be a difference. That is a subtraction sign. So you need to put a subtraction sign there. Then now you move to the second side. So you put a big bracket, then you begin. The first diagonal this side is 3, 1 and 2. So it should be 3 by 1 by 2, which is just the same as 3 by 2. So I'll come here and write 3 by 2 plus. So the second diagonal is 2 by -1 by -1. So 2 by -1 by -1 is just +1. So it is the same as me writing 2. So I'll just take 2 there, then plus. Then 4 by 1 by 4 is the same as 4 by 1. So I come here and write 4 by 4, sorry. So it is 4 by 4. Then the result, you ensure that you use a bigger bracket to show that they were sharing the bracket, those bigger bracket. Now after that, you just work out the small brackets within the big bracket. So when I work out that, you will come here and say, so 2 by 1 by 2, that is 4. So I'll just come and put big bracket, that is 4. Then I have a plus, so that is 3 by -1 by 4. 3 by 4 is -12. Okay, 3 by 4 is 12, by -1 is -12. So you will end up by having -12 there. Then plus 4 by 1 by -1 is probably -4. So I'll have -4 there. Now after this, you move to the second bigger bracket, that is 3 by 2, that is obviously 6. So I have 6. Then plus, remember we've simplified 2, so it is just 2 plus. So 4 by 4, that is 16. So I'll just come here and write that is 16. Now after that, you are supposed now to work out using board mass. Now when I come here, it is 4 plus minus 12 minus 4, because positive by negative outweighs positive. So it will be 4 minus 12, that is negative 8. When you take negative 8 minus 4, you will end up by getting negative 12. Remember? Then I have a minus. Now here I have that is 6 plus 2, that is 8. 8 plus 16 probably is 24. So you will come here and write 24 there. Now when you work out this, you will end up by having that is negative 12 minus 24 to be negative, that is 36. Now after obtaining this 36 of negative 36 here, you will have gotten the determinant of the matrix you were given up here, that is 2 3 4 1 1 neg 1 as well as 4 neg 1 2. And therefore when you use this simplified method I've shown you today, you will end up solving a 3 by 3 matrix very easily in terms of getting the determinant, and you will really be enjoying your working as you shall be performing it. Otherwise, I hope you've gotten the concept that I've shown you today, and I wish you all your best on succeeding towards linear algebra 1 concepts. Otherwise, let me just meet you in the next class.